to the crew to hot shots. The TheSummitNoob is out there again because it is Wednesday and that means we have a new summit. This time it's the beginning of the month, that also means a premium summit. The name of the thing is Untamed Italians. We mostly have to use Italian cars. Which reminds me, let's have a look at what they have available. There is always a summit bundle available normally. As you can see, I grinded about 2 million bucks over the weekend. For those who haven't watched it, I basically did some ace mode hypercars and a few days later some ace mode touring cars to at least max out those vehicles. That means that on the TheSummitNoob now we have street race, hypercar and touring car maxed out to the maximum level, but of course we do not have yellow parts or sets or anything like that. Untamed Italians is available for 1.4 million for me as a season pass holder, because yeah, season pass holders already get 20% discount as it is on all of these prices. And on top of that, this package is available minus 20%, so if you do not have season pass, it probably will be a bit more. But we'll have a look what they offer us, because they offer us a Maserati Gran Turismo touring car, which I don't really need because I have the Ferrari FXX that I can use, which is also Italian obviously. They are offering us the Ferrari F12 Berlinetta, but I'm gonna have a look on the leaderboards because it's gonna be a battle with the F40 and it might be that the F40 is a little bit faster. In that case we don't need this car. And we have the Veneno, which obviously we do need because there is an event which you can only use this car in. So I'm not gonna buy this bundle. I'm probably gonna just buy the Veneno separately and have a look what is in my garage already. But first collect the reward from last week. The good news is, with all the grinding and all that, I also did come back to this driver during the weekend. And then came to the constatation that the 1,023,000 points that we had last week was not enough. So I improved some scores. And that was enough for platinum. 281st even, which is definitely a top 3,000, so that gives us all the rewards. A bronze pack for 150,000 followers, some blue smoke, a KTM Super Duke bike, and some blue tires to go with it. Those are vanity items which you can only normally buy with crew credits. So what can we win this week? A green tire, boosted legendary part for the drift. So a couple of weeks ago we got like 4 parts with drift with a hot hat 10%, which you cannot recalibrate. 8% is the maximum. So this recalibration thing, you need these boosted parts because they have a bit more. So we will see by the end of the week what's gonna happen, but more than likely they are going to complete our set. They gave us 4 parts a couple of weeks ago, so I need to check the website to be exact sure what they are offering us here. Last week we got like a complete set that were like 7 normal parts, but the yellow parts, but it was a complete set of 7. These boost parts normally are not a set, they're just a number of parts, so more than likely it will be 3 to complete our 4 that we got like 2 weeks ago. And then of course the Lamborghini Huracan Performante, which is a hypercar. That also means there is a car to win which is exclusive, because you cannot buy this thing in the dealer. That of course does not mean that it will never be available. It will never be available in the dealer, but it might be possible that over time in this summit structure, somehow or another, they bring back some of these exclusive rewards. But you're always gonna have to play the summit for it. At least that is the latest information that I have about it. So don't expect these things to show up in the dealer in 2 or 3 months. At least that is not the intention at this moment. So if you want this car, you're gonna have to play for it, and that's what I'm more or less also a bit fearing for with this driver. Because yeah, we do not have all these set bonuses. Gonna have a look. Day 1 is running. 7,000 people have been playing. on day one. That is already not that bad. And since it is a premium summit on PC, I expect to be yeah, I don't know, the first premium summit where we could win the Evo 10 had more than 30,000 players. The other summits you usually have somewhere between 20-25,000 players. So yeah, you can more or less say that a premium summit where you can win a car is about 10,000 players more, which of course also makes it harder to get into the top 3,000. And also the score is way higher. The last premium summit, the Platinum 3000 score was 1.2 million almost that you needed to have. I don't know if we can get that this time, but we will see. What else is there available? One track Mind, that is for next week. We can already see what we are going to have to use here. And I have a few problems here already, I see. A Hypercar Bugatti, that means that we have to use the Chiron or the Devo. The Chiron is about 2.3 million, I think, the Devo even more. So yeah, that's not promising, we need to grind for that. And over there it's touring car, GT Le Mans race car, that is a Ford GT. Also that one we do not have. Big trouble for next week. Especially that Bugatti, that's so expensive. I have 2 million now, but I still need to buy that Veneno and such. Other than that, Las Vegas Showdown, that we already could see. And now we have the Burley Brawl also available to see what we will be able to win there. Some scrap, a tire, and some multicolored score. Burley Brawl, that is also not very promising to go by the picture. That seems to be Destruction Derby focused. That might be actually a summit that I might skip, but we will see. Destruction Derby is not my thing. For me, in my opinion, that's sort of like the hovercraft. It's a bit of a kids thing, and kids probably love it. Casuals probably love it. Hardcore players, they think like, what is that doing there? But it is what it is. And then we have the Flying Germans coming soon. The Flying Germans that we did play already in the preview of the Hotshots update. The thing that you can win there is the Porsche 718 Cayman Wasp edition, and that will be the July summit then, I'm assuming, where we also have a very interesting escape where you can drive all around the map. Talking about 60-70 kilometers escape, that kind of stuff, unless they have changed it over time. Time to start our weekly goal. Yeah, as you see, we have a problem. We do not have that street race Ferrari. And we also need to buy the Veneno. But yeah, first thing first. The Aerobatics, I already posted that on my main driver on my YouTube channel. It's pretty simple. Maximum score. As you can see on my main driver, RaceMasterDave, 25,600 points is the maximum score in that thing. Which is something that we will not be able to reach with our driver here, because I don't have skilled. I don't have a score breaker set. As a matter of fact, I don't think even that this plane is already maxed out. So we will have a look. It says in aerobatic skills, but it's no restrictions. That means the aerobatic planes are too slow. We're gonna go for this thing here. Yeah, and as you can see, 199 out of 270. It's not even maxed out. I don't have sets on it. I don't have skilled on it. There's no way I can score 25,600 points. The only thing that I can try to do is try to hit all these gates perfectly and try to get the 2,000 points bonus on the finish. That's about it. But we will see. It is favorites. Off we go. Of course, seeing I've done it with my main driver, I already know the difficulties. And that is gate number 2 is the problem. And also the 5th or the 6th, I think. Here we have already the problem. It's windy there, and yeah, if it catches under your wings, might not. This plane, of course, seeing as it's not upgraded, reacts differently. Slower mainly. Also, this one is a problem. There is some wind here as well. Gotta do a few runs as always, obviously. But even with this thing, 11.5, So I can make it to the finish line with 10 seconds or more on the clock, because that is needed to get to 2000 points bonus. Let's see if we can make something of it. But yeah, I get 1090 points if I do a perfect gate. With my main driver I'm getting 2750 points if I do a perfect gate. The 200 points perfect bonus thing, yeah, that is the same. So we'll have to, one time or another, do like a perfect run, and then we know it is possible here. But fine. Plane is not reacting fast enough, obviously, it's not upgraded. I do get the 2000 points bonus. So yeah, you can do the bet on it. I get 1090 points on the gate itself instead of 20, so I'm missing about 1700 points. Have to play around more with the rudder with this stick than with my other plane. Not sure what we have here, about 10 gates I think. I do have 10% from the icon points on skills, obviously. $116,000. I just noticed the summit score. Was not paying attention to that. So that is already more or less okay to start with. We have our weekly goal, so to try to get 100,000 points in each of these events. With 100,000 points bonus for doing all the events is 1 million. That's our weekly goal, but yeah, that is obviously by the end of the week in this premium summit not gonna cut it. But yeah, we can get some more score there. And of course, by doing these things, occasionally you're gonna get a part from it. It is a skill test, so it's not like you're gonna get a bunch of parts every time, but might be able to upgrade it while doing so. We will see. Slalom, let's have a look what that is all about. Is it water? Is it road? It's water, apparently. Also here, not upgraded, although we're a bit in a better shape, I think, on this one. 234 out of 250. We already have a few 250 parts, but also here, this is a loot digger. It does not have skills on it. None of my parts have skills on it, so we just have the 10% that I have from the pilot menu. Let's see. Let's first try to see the route a little bit. Left, right, left, right. We go under the tree here. What's this here? Ooh. Turn around point. Okay. And then we sort of go back, I guess. And then to the left and then finish. But for some reason or another, my boat is not really doing what it needs to do. Let's have a look. F9, what's going on? Weight distribution is fine. Let's see if that's any better. I do have settings somewhere from my other driver, but no, too soon. make it to the finish. But over here you cannot make it in time, so the bonus is always going to be different depending on how fast you are. 84,000. We lost the multiplier on the turnaround point, so we can score 100,000 I think with this boat, with no skills on it and such. Why is this thing not doing what I wanted? Because you have to steer sooner, Dave. That's more like it. Not perfect, because I was hitting some rocks, but at least we did not miss a gate this time. 117,000 points. That's good enough for now. That's more or less but yeah. 117,000 points. If you have a score breakers with 75% skilled, you can score about 154, 155,000 in these skill tests. Then we have an escape. I have to look at that. Where, what, how, and so on. Okay. Zigzag here in the beginning. I think we need to go that way. So we will see. Maybe. Don't need to know the score, because obviously we're in the wrong car. We need something faster. That being said, this thing is upgraded. My Formula 1, for instance, is not upgraded, but I think it's gonna be faster. Why? Why? Weather sequence needs to go as soon as possible. Do 2-3 runs and that's it. Then you have some rain, or you have some snow, or you have some fog, or you have nighttime, or... Why is this in this game anyway? Well, pretty simple. Because kids were crying that they did not see the snow, and the snow was not fast enough. Because yeah, they play for half an hour a week and then they complaining. Now the rest of us are suffering from weather sequences. Oh god, no. Need to get away from this S corner as soon as possible before the thing catches up with us. I'm looking at the speed. 360, 270, something like that. 125,000. Not that bad. But if we're doing 360 in this thing, I think we can get more speed in the touring car or in a hypercar. What do we have in a hypercar? That's also a good question. Oh yeah, it is upgraded, this one, after my grinding session last weekend. Well, sort of upgraded. It has 320 parts, let's put it that way. So we're gonna do a run with that one as well. Let's first go that way to see what's going on there. Because it might be that the other way is a better route, you know. Kinda doubt it, but you never know. Maybe. Oh, they floated. Oh, it's too zigzag here, I think. I know I'm off-road, but here, this section here is like, even if you're on the road, short hairpins, too much braking. No. Gotta be the other way. We do some boost management and we save the boost for the end. Probably works. Will work, maybe. Yeah. Probably cut here as well. Like here, that's like a right, left, right combination. There's probably a chance that you can jump over this rock here on the right and land on this road here. But yeah, I already know what's gonna happen here. Wheel drivers are gonna take a drag car and they're gonna drive half the map again. Restrictions, my dears. Restrictions on this filters, that's what we need. And faster corners as well. Can get more speed with these cars though. Let's try that again. Slightly also drying out, that might help. Boosting the cleaning also doesn't help. Formula 1 has a car, although it is not fully upgraded, has better acceleration. So you can get further with it. Just driving on a little bit. can make that corner probably. But nevertheless, we have 125,000, so that's fine for now. The Rallycross is a new track. Also here, we have a problem, obviously, because we don't have upgraded vehicles in this discipline either. The Temecula Winery Special Stage. What do we have here? Not so much, obviously. We have the Porsche, 186th level.
Three, 2, 1.
You got this! You're a rock star!
Yeah, also here we have a problem. It seems to have several longer straights. See, we are under leveled. We can't get much high speed. I think that's another discipline where we need to focus on. Because we obviously do not have enough speed nor acceleration. Let's see, what is this? 99,000. Really? Gonna put those parts on and do another run. Try to get 100. If you can get 99,000, you can also get 100,000, right? Yeah, not if you get lower parts. Oh, RNG trash, seriously. So not a fan of that. Just give us a tuner shop where we can buy these things. Same for the recalibration. Get rid of that trash. Just give us a tuner shop where we can buy all of these different parts with all these different FXs. And you can ask for the top part, you can ask 250,000 bucks. I don't care. But get rid of this. Speaking of the recalibrations, they did a maintenance yesterday, and the result of that was that the old recalibration was back in the game, meaning that 40,000 was the maximum price again. This morning they did a repatch, so that it is back on 32,000 maximum price now. We have a 20% discount more or less in the recalibrations again. But for the last 24 hours that was not the case. Let's do another run. Drive a bit more sharper. Should give us 100,000 points. for this event.
3, 2, 1.
Faster! Seriously, go faster!
Don't have a faster car, hero. Or just seemed to like that section. We were in the trees there previous run as well. .39, about 7 seconds faster. That should do it to give us 100,000 points. 115 talents. The more we can score over the 100,000 this week, the better. Because the better score we will have, and the higher we will be able to get. Because we're gonna try to get that Hurricane no matter what. Also, even in the second summit where you could win the Lancer Evo 10, we did get the car eventually, although it was a sharp one if I remember correctly. Street race, no restrictions for this thing. No restrictions. Okay. The problem is I don't know. I have no idea where my parts are on. Okay, I need to get back out. That's not possible. Can't go back out. I'll take the bike. We'll see what track it is. But I don't know where my nitro chemist parts are on or anything, so we'll have to check that.
1.
We do have this thing upgraded, so.
You're gonna win this easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Wrong vehicle choice. This is a pretty top speed track. Yeah, bike is not the way to go. Which is a problem because I don't have the Hurricane. I think on this driving. We're gonna have to go with the Audi RS5 maybe. 130, I can get out of this bike here. Lean forward to keep that speed. It's also the reason that pure and bender is the best combination if you have a nitro chemist set. Or even frenetic might work instead of pure, but you definitely need the bender because that helps you to maintain that top speed easier. Oh, nice. But nevertheless, we don't need that now because yeah, the bikes can do 330, 340. Maybe you can get a 350 out of BMW bike or so, but that's it. Something like a Hurricane can go over 400 kilometers an hour. The Audi RS5, I think I have the RS5 sort of as my car on this driver. I might have the Hurricane that I don't even know of, but we will see. Probably have to buy some vehicles first. We definitely need the Ferrari for that other track, and we need the Benino. Definitely need to buy those and then see how much money we have left. Might be able to buy the Hurricane with that. Because I think the Hurricane in street range is only 400, 500,000. It might be more. Let's see. We will check a few things. 334, yeah. I'm assuming that you also have the thing that some people will do this with a team. They have slipstream, they are constantly on the top speed. I'm assuming times around 3 minutes or even under it might be possible. Let's have a look at the leaderboard. We do score 115,000. 305 is the world record at this moment. I'm assuming that will be Sonics or so. Give me all and then give me top players, please. The Lanter he's using, somebody, whoever that is. All the rest Hurricane, 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 Hurricane. Corvettes that are one here, the rest are Hurricanes. And then of course there's Sonics. It's always faster than everybody else. With all the tricks and bits. Okay, so we need a car. And we also need to check what parts do we have here. Yeah, that's what I thought. We were doing this with a score breaker set on this bike, maxed out. It's the only thing that I have here, a yellow set on this driver. And that thing is maxed out. Has pure 66% and skilled 75%. So yeah, that's perfect for slaloms on the road, which we never had so far on the summit. We need to figure out where we have put our nitro chemist set. On here, with extra pump 75, frenetic 25, and pure 26. So these parts need to come up. And we need to put them on a car. What do we have here from cars? We have that Audi RS5. We have this thing here. Oh, that's the bike that we won from the previous summit. We do have the Evo though. But I haven't driven that thing yet. So I also don't have any settings on it. I do not have the Hurricane. Okay. That's a bit of a problem. Let's go buy some cars first and see what happens. We definitely need the Veneno. So let's start with that thing. Where is it? It's available in a bundle, it says. I don't know if we do get a discount on it. I don't think so. Green, really? Who drives a green Veneno? Let's go for black. 925,000. I need to pay for it. Although it is available in a bundle, but I don't want the other two cars. What we're firstly gonna do is, while I'm at here, change these settings. I have the settings from my other driver. They're not perfect yet. Mainly a braking issue, but driving wise it's kinda okay. 10, 9, 10, 10, that is fine. Then we have a 2, 3, 8. 1, 2, 3, 8. Then we have 10, 10, 10. We have a 6. Then we have 2, 3. 1, 2. And then 3, 4. 0, 3, 5, 3. That's sort of the settings that I have on my other driver. After playing around with it a bit and driving it around, did New York, San Francisco 2 times with it to sort of make it drivable. Which also means that we have to take these parts off and put it on the Veneno. We also have another problem though. We also do not have the Egoista, which we probably need for that other track. We also don't have the Chiron, which we do need next week. What is this here? Bulldozer drag bump 10.4, and here we have drag bump 7.4 with sensor. Yeah, I can as well put the bulldozer on. So that's the Veneno, ready to rumble. And now we are outside of the summit again. I wish you could stay in headquarters when you buy a car. Always have to drive back in there to do whatever it is that you want to do next. Let's gonna have a look on the prices. That Ferrari is F12 is 547,000. And the F40 is 465,000. Okay. But we're gonna have to check the leaderboard to see what the fastest one is there, so that we buy the right one. That is how I do things. I don't care how they look, I don't care how they drive. I want to know what's fastest, and then you buy. Like in this case, I need to make a choice for this track. And now we come to the conclusion that it's pretty much equaled out in a way. Ferrari F40, F12. But I see more F40s than F12s though. So I'm gonna go for the F40. So I need that. We do have the Veneno meanwhile, a touring car. Yeah, we can use the Ferrari. I also do not have the Maserati, I think, on this driver. Hypercar is gonna be a problem. I don't have the Egoista, nor do I have the Bugatti, which goes over 500 kilometers an hour. So yeah, what are they using? Egoista, and Chiron. If you do slipstream with the Chiron, it can go over 500 kilometers an hour. But the Egoista has a bit faster acceleration and a better handling. So, and you can also get 490 or something out of that thing, I think. Yeah. Egoista and Chiron and Devo, that's the only thing you see here in this thing. And we have a McLaren P1 and a Lamborghini Veneno now, which we have just bought. So we're gonna go for that, I guess. Hypercar super event on a street race track. That's more or less what the super event is this week. Let's have a look. What are we doing? And where are we? Coconut Grove, apparently. Coconut Grove with the Veneno. That'll be interesting.
3, 2, 1.
Listen to the engine. Insane. Let's win.
Okay. Not sure what I exactly hit there, but okay. What's the downside of driving on a hood cam? On a Lamborghini Veneno, it doesn't have a hood, so you're more like driving on a bumper cam. 235, whatever that means, we will see. 114,000 points. Let's have a quick look on the leaderboards, what they're doing here. 217. Okay. We did slow down 2 times by hitting at least a blue part. Very nice. And a green part. Yeah, that's the problem of the summit, of course. The thing plays in normal, so we're only gonna win those things. But yeah, 114, 115. So that's sort of 115, 120,000 are we scoring more or less on these events at the moment, which still means that we are on the average of 100,000 plus to get the 1 million. But whatever is more than 100,000 is also counting this week. Let's have a look with this Veneno on the big land. These are my choices. P1 is also okay. The Ferrari and the 458 and the McLaren 12C, they are not going to be faster than. So with the choices that I have here, it's going to be either the Veneno or the P1.
1.
But it all doesn't matter. Because this is a high-speed highway track, you need to share on the Egoista. That's why you see all of those things in the leaderboard. This track is all about speed. And I don't even know what this thing can do. Oh, it does have a 7th gear. Just have to wait a week for it to get it. 430. 440. Yeah. So we're basically losing about 40 to 60 kilometers an hour at least. Compared to what you could have here. On a personal note, that might be a pretty boring track. We're doing 459, can you believe it? Or 60 something, I think, or 70 maybe downhill. Like a Batmobile. Yep. 109,000. It's already okay. It's boring as hell. It's A to B, but it also barely has any corners, so I find it the most boring track in this whole summit, that's for sure. So I'm not also gonna spend too much time on that. Let's see, do we get something decent from it? Yeah, look at this. Oh, it's actually a better bulldozer. That's like 0.2% more. Can you believe it? Okay, no. Now, we have the touring car. And we have the street race, which we still have to buy that Ferrari. Where are we? We have 813,000 points, so we are on schedule. With 2 events to do, we are definitely going to score more than 1 million. At this moment, the platinum is 703,000. But that's going to go up for sure. The Ferrari FXX with a bit of a broken windshield apparently.
3, 2,
Nighttime apparently on this track.
1.
this one.
Open up the rear a bit of the car. But it's a bit too loose at the end. $120,000 exact. Try replicating that. $933,000. Nice, nice. That is not that bad, eh? 933,000, and we still have one event to go, and then 100,000 bonus. So that would mean we are already on 1.13 million. Nice, nice, nice. Knowing that the final score on PC 2 weeks ago, or 4 weeks ago, I mean, I think was about 1.187 for the Lancer Evo. So we're not already that far ahead of that. Yeah, we're gonna go for the F40 instead of the F12. Of course, make sure you buy the right one, not this touring car, but we're gonna go for the street car, obviously. Let's go for some bluish or whatever. My god. These are all official colors, really? $465,000. Okay, that's that. Now, I think I've took the parts of the bike already. Now we have 845,000 left. Let's quickly have a look what the Hurricane cost. $498,000. So we can buy that thing. And this is the Performante, which is a hypercar. That's the thing that we're playing for. So yeah, I'm gonna buy this anyway. That means that we're gonna have to do some more grinding to get the one of the Bugattis for next week. But yeah, it is what it is. Why didn't I buy this? Ah, there we go. Let's go for blue this time. Do I have settings for this thing? That's also a good question. I do have settings on it, but I didn't write them down though. I'm just gonna take over the 3, 4, 9, 10, 10, 10. 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 4, 3. Those are the settings that I have on my Audi, and they're pretty okay, but I don't know if they will work on this car, but we will see. I did some adjustments on the Hurricane with putting the rebound from the front and the compression from the rear all the way at 10, and then also the anti-roll bars way higher. I think that was better because I think with these settings this car slides a bit. And we're gonna use that car for the time attack that we did with the bike earlier, because we can score more there with the car. Where is our Ferrari? Because we first have to do that one, obviously. The F40, there it is. First I have to see how this thing does, because oh boy, oh boy. It reacts pretty sluggish. It's also pretty slow by the looks of it. Gearbox. And the roll bars, they are fine for now. Brake balance. What are we getting here? 1660, 1621, 1613. This gives us the best braking. We will try that. Not exactly like I wanted yet, but we'll try it anyway. Let's see if it works. Because yeah, now we come to this thing here. It is unlocked now because we have a car, finally. The coastal range to LA. There are 3 reset cuts on this track. At 11%, 80% and 94, 95%, something like that. Basically means you can jump down from a rock and press reset. It's faster than taking a hairpin corner or something like that. That's all fine with a bike, but we will see how that works with a car and where it actually is.
1.
Go, go, go!
Really? Get out of my way. Bots. Why are there bots in a time attack?
All I've got to say to you is keep working your magic.
Definitely have an acceleration problem. Need to change that gearbox. Like grass eaters. they're all three more or less working. First one I got the second one, I mean the 80%. That can definitely go way faster. And also need to adjust that car a bit, because what do we get? 123,000 and 100,000 points bonus for doing the 9 events. So what is our score? $1,157,217 points, which sort of brings us in, what is it, 46, I mean. On day one, obviously, that means that more than likely it's gonna be a sharp one. If I just leave it at this, it's gonna be a sharp one. But we can already gain a lot of points here, I think. This can go. Because we did that one track with a bike there, which can only do 330 kilometers an hour. I do need to check my settings on my other driver that I have on this Hurricane, which is pretty okay, but I don't think I did copy the settings on that one. Which one was it? Here, street race, no restrictions. That's where we picked the bike earlier. Let's try the Hurricane now. Let's see what we can do.
3, 2, 1.
I'm sending happy winning cards.
Brake balance needs to be changed. I had no brakes at all. Another one of those things. They did a wall ride fix. Kitties were crying that they were slowing too much down, that they hit the wall, and they reverted that fix, and now you can wall ride again, or at least. And you lose way less speed than before. I don't understand sometimes these developers. They come up with a good fix pretty early in the game. Warrad was fixed, now they reverted it again for some reason. Not that it works like before, but yeah. Like there I barely lost speed, I was like bumping the barrier there, and brakes at all on this one. $50, $360, $370 on the one part there I was doing over 400. Yeah, compared to the bike, which can only do 330. Even making a lousy run like I'm doing here now. It should be faster. About 7 seconds faster, and I've been hitting stuff, I've been flying out of corners, so yeah. 5,000 summit points extra already, and this can go way faster once we have fine-tuned the car a little bit. I had some pretty okay settings after messing about with it for a long time on the on my main driver, but I didn't write them down or anything, so I need to check my other driver. Let's see, brake balance is way too much to the front probably. Gearbox also seems to be 375 it says here, like 4 clicks down. That's a lot. The aero distribution more to the rear also probably. Let's put it at 0. Then it's here about 376. What else can we change? Why is that camber so? I thought I put it at 0. Let's try that. How can you test something in this game? Seriously. 2 minutes and the weather has changed. What? 375? I don't think so. The statistics in the 411, 412, something like that. That's more like it. But yeah, you cannot properly test anything because suddenly it's snowing, then it's raining, then it's... That will do for now, I think. Let's have a look again. 411th, so we even gained just by using the car on that last one there. That last time attack. We already jumped another 30-40 spots, something like that. Without any score breaker set or anything like that. The only thing we have is a Nitro Chemist set in Street Race. And we do have a Touring Car and Hypercar maxed out now compared to last week where we only had the Street Race maxed out. So slightly, step by step, we are getting our cars together. Now of course it's a matter of getting the yellow sets and combine it a little bit with that. But yeah, even recalibration is not something a new player you can think about because it's always something. If you look on the next week's thing, you see like, oh, I need to buy a Ford GT, which is 700,000-800,000 in Zenith's touring car, and the Bugatti, yeah, 2.3 million or something. Let's have a quick look on that while we are here. So it's always a matter of grinding for money in combination with doing these events where all the parts and the recalibration matters so much. I have no idea who thought that this was a good idea to bring this system with recalibration into the game. But what I do know is that even hardcore players have lost 50, 60, 70 million on this trash. And it just gives an advantage, that's what it is. At this moment in time, the Summit is an unfair competition. It will only be a fair competition from the moment that all people out there have the same parts. It is as simple as that. We need that Ford GT next week, so let's see what the price of that thing is. Obviously they will offer it in a bundle probably, as they usually do. It's this one I think, yeah. The Ford GT Le Mans race car, with season pass discount, that thing is still 552,000. So that's car one that I need, and then I need a Bugatti. It's very interesting. 1.9 million with season pass discount. And the Devo is 2.1 million almost. So we need about 2.5 million to buy one of the Bugattis, which we need next week, and the Ford GT. Okay. Then of course you can do like all kind of events of this summit, and then eventually you will get some money from that as well, of course, by doing that. But yeah, what I usually do is you go into the pilot menu and you change all of these icons in the comfort thing here. I'm still working on it, as you see. No, I didn't want to put a point on that, nevertheless. Because yeah, you can reset as long as you don't have gifted. We don't really need. We need skills for sure. Magnificent we also don't need. We have aerobatic skill tests, but not aerobatic events. The Magnificent is for aerobatic events, so that also does not matter that much. Gifted is for monster truck, graceful for monster truck or motocross to turn around a little bit better in the air. So we will see where we put the rest of the points on. Hot Hat Slippery is for drift, obviously, and Perfectionist Gateway is for air race events. So what I usually do if I grind is I put whatever it is that I have here, I reset this column and I put everything on the ridge. The more points you put on ridge, the more percentage bucks that you will get. If I do that on my main driver, I have like over 360, 370 points on this one column. So that's like 36, 37% increase of bucks. And then you just do something like the Hypercar New York race. If you change the difficulty into ace mode, that thing is 315,000 plus whatever it is that you have on the ridge, 30-60% extra. So yeah, you can get 400,000-600,000 bucks from this one race. It's a 30-minute race from New York to San Francisco. You can easily do it in ace mode because they're checkpoint placement, not ivory towers forte, and they are all over the place, and you can do serious cuts, especially in this race, because the checkpoints are all over the place. So pretty easy. You do this like once a day. If you do this for once a day for a week, you have 3.5 million. It's as simple as that. So all those people out there who can't get money, yeah, it is a bit unfortunate that you have to do this on the side of playing the Summit, for instance. But yeah, it is what it is. In this case, it is 412th place at this moment in time. We will see, because it's higher than I thought it was, to be honest. I thought we were gonna have some issues here because, yeah, the Slalom is based on a score breaker with the boat. The Aerobatics skill is based on a score breaker, which we do not have those things. So yeah, that is a bit of a problem. 1.162 million. That is the score that we have. Pretty okay. And depending on the number of players, because yeah, 4 weeks ago it was like 20,000 points higher than what I have now, and that was the top 3,000 score that you needed to be in the platinum to be able to win the car. Let's put it that way. But that was for the Evo. There are probably more people wanting that Evo than that Hurricane Performante. The Evo is sort of like some sort of icon car in some people's heads. The Hurricane Performante, not so much. There are already people saying like, yeah, we already have a Hurricane. But yeah, the difference is that this is a hypercar, the other one is a street race. So there will be people playing for it, but we will see. This 1.162 million might be actually good enough. On the other hand, we are 4 weeks later into the game as well, so there are more people with score breaker set and with all kind of recalibrated FXs, which makes the score go up as it is every summit. So we will see. Might be good enough, might not be good enough. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it to see if this is going to stand for the rest of the week for the platinum. As usually, I come back on this thing and do a checkup on the weekend. Of course, I'm also playing on my main driver, where I don't play for the platinum. There I just play for... I know that I'm going to get platinum, because there I just play for a top 10, top 15, top 20, top 25 in general, let's put it that way. Preferably a top 10, obviously. We will see how that goes. And other than that, this will be it. Summit number 6, the Untamed Italians, where we can win a car. At this moment in time, after day 1, 1.162 million. That's what I have. I will see you guys in the next one, and bye for now.